Hello everyone, I'm Doozy from Susan's family. Today I'm going to show you the Fortune&Peace motif blanket. This blanket includes 5 types of motifs and an overall edging. First, crochet each corresponding motif separately. Then sew them together. Finally, crochet the edging all along the edges. Let's start with motif 1. We'll begin with the magic ring method. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. There will be color changes during the process. The stitches used in motif 1 include chain, double crochet, single crochet and slip stitch. Now I'll demonstrate the crocheting method step by step to make it clearer for you. I'm using cotton yarn for this demonstration. The colors are random for specific yarn, color scheme and hook size. Please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. First, start with an adjustable magic ring. Pick up the yarn tail with your right hand. Wrap it around your left index finger twice. One, two. Now there are 3 strands of yarn on your left index finger. Take it off. Then wrap the yarn tail around your left little finger once. Insert the yarn between your middle finger and index finger. Transfer the loop between your middle finger and thumb on your left hand. Pick up the crochet hook with your right hand. Insert the hook into the loop. Position the hook to the left side of the yarn. Wrap the yarn counterclockwise around the hook. Draw the yarn through the loop. Now there is 1 loop on your hook. Make 1 chain stitch to secure. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through the loop on your hook. 1 chain stitch is completed. Pull tight. The magic ring is done. Next, crochet the first round. Start with a chain of 3 stitches as the beginning chain for double crochet. Yarn over and draw through. One, 2, 3. These 3 chain stitches count as 1 double crochet stitch. The front side of the chain stitch is a V-shaped braid. 1 braid represents 1 stitch. Place a marker on the 3rd chain stitch. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a paperclip or safety pin instead. Then crochet 1 more chain stitch. Next, work a double crochet stitch. Yarn over the hook. Insert into the magic ring loop. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and pull through the first 2 loops. Leaving 2 loops remaining. Yarn over once more. And draw through in once. 1 double crochet stitch is now completed. The braid on the top right is its stitch loop. Then make 1 chain stitch. Continue with 1 double crochet stitch. Yarn over and insert the hook. Yarn over, draw the yarn through. Yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops one by one. Repeat this 2 times. One, 2. The second double crochet is done. Continue with 1 chain stitch. 1 double crochet. One chain stitch. This entire round is worked in the pattern of 1 double crochet, 1 chain stitch alternated. Continue crocheting down through the remaining double crochets and chain stitches. If there isn't enough space, you can move the previously crocheted stitches to the right before continuing. Once the last chain stitch is completed, tighten the loops. There are 2 loops in total. First, gently pull the starting yarn tail. 1 loop becomes active. Tighten the active loop. Only 1 loop remains. Simply pull the yarn tail tight. This secures the loop nicely. Next, slip stitch into the stitch marker position. Pick up 2 strands like this. Pull the yarn through. Draw through all loops on the hook in one go. The slip stitch is complete. The slip stitch doesn't count as a stitch. Tighten. The next round requires switching colors. First, break the yarn. Chain 1 to secure. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Tighten. The right side texture is clearer. The wrong side texture is blurrier. When crocheting, always keep the right side facing you. You can weave this yarn tail into the back of the work. Now the yarn tail is hidden. You can weave in the ends a few times for extra security. Finally, trim any excess yarn tails. In the future, when you need to weave in ends, you can follow this method. This completes the first round. Now crochet the second round. Take the yarn in the corresponding color. Hang the yarn properly on your left hand. Leave about 5 centimeters of length. Tie a knot. On the left side of the slip stitch from the previous round. Join the yarn into the chain space. Pull through. Move the knotted part to the wrong side of the piece. This completes joining the yarn. Work 3 chains as the beginning chain. Crochet 1 double crochet into the chain space. Here, you can place the yarn tail over the top of the hook. Crochet while hiding it in. Place a stitch marker on the first double crochet. Then crochet 1 chain. Crochet 2 double crochets into the next chain space. One chain. This round is worked on top of the previous round, into each chain space. Crochet 2 double crochets. 1 chain. Everyone complete this round following this method. After completing the last chain, slip stitch at the marker spot, which means insert the hook into the first double crochet stitch. Draw the yarn through. Pull through all loops on the hook in one go. Complete the slip stitch, tighten. Chain 1 and then break the yarn. This completes round 2. Now move on to round 3. Take the corresponding color yarn. Attach the yarn to the chain space on the right side of the previous round slip stitch. Then make 3 chains to start. followed by 2 double crochets. Place a stitch marker on the first double crochet. We'll consider this starting chain, and the 2 double crochets as one leaf. Pay attention, this leaf is the first leaf of this round. The technique is special. From now on, we'll use 3 double crochets to form one leaf. Then chain 1. Work one leaf into the next chain space. Chain 1 again. Work one leaf into the chain space on the left side. Then chain 3. Work one leaf into the next chain space. This creates a corner. Continue with one chain. Work one leaf into the chain space on the left side. Chain 1 again. Work one leaf into the hole on the left side. Then chain 3. Work one leaf into the next hole. This completes the second corner. This entire round is worked by making one leaf in each chain space from the previous round. At the corners, chain 3. Between the corners, work one chain on each side. Everyone follow the chart to complete this round. After finishing the last leaf, chain 3. Then slip stitch into the first double crochet. This completes the final corner. Round 3 is now finished. Next, work round 4. Take the corresponding color yarn. Join yarn into the chain space on the right side of the slip stitch from the previous round. First, work 1 leaf. Remember to weave in ends as you go. If you can easily find the position of the first double crochet later, you won't need to use a stitch marker anymore. After completing the leaf, chain 1. Work 1 leaf into the space on the left. One chain stitch. Continue working a leaf and 1 chain stitch into the next space. Now you've reached the first corner position. First, work 1 leaf. Then chain 3. Then work another leaf in the same position. The first corner is now complete. For the following corners, work 2 leaves in the same position, with 3 chain stitches in between. This round, you'll work corners into the corners of the previous round. In each chain space between corners, work 1 leaf. On each side of the leaf, work 1 chain stitch. Continue crocheting using this method. After completing the last leaf at the final corner, work 3 chain stitches. Then join with a slip stitch to the first double crochet. This completes round 4. Continue to round 5. Take the corresponding color yarn. Attach the yarn to the chain space on the right side of the slip stitch from the previous round. First, work 1 leaf. Then work 1 chain stitch. Continue working leaves and chain stitches. Complete the first corner. We'll consider the leaves between the 2 corners as one side. This round involves working corners into the chain spaces of the previous round's corners. And work one side between the corners. Continue crocheting following this method. Pay attention to work 2 chain stitches at the last corner. Then pick up 2 threads from the 3rd chain stitch of the beginning chain, and work 1 single crochet. No need to break the yarn. This completes round 5. Continue to round 6. Pick up the single crochet below and work 1 leaf. After completing, continue following the method of round 5. Refer to the chart for crocheting. Finish with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain stitch of the beginning chain. Don't pull tight yet. After completing, you can measure the width of the motif. After completing, you can measure the width of the motif. After completing, you can measure and compare it with the dimensions in the chart. If there's a significant difference, you need to adjust your tension and recrochet to avoid affecting the finished product's dimensions. Once the size fits properly, leave a 5 cm yarn tail and break the yarn. Then proceed with finishing. First, pull the yarn through. Next, skip 1 stitch. On the left stitch, hook the yarn out. Then pull the yarn through the V-shape formed by the slip stitch. This completes the finishing. Finally, tuck the yarn tail on the wrong side following the texture. You can weave in a few more stitches. Trim any excess yarn tails. This completes motif 1. The remaining motifs 1 can be completed using the same method. Next, let's learn motif 2. Start with a magic ring. Crochet in rounds counterclockwise. Color changes will be needed during the process. The new stitch technique used here is the DC3 together in 1. Next, I'll demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, start with a magic ring. After completing that, crochet the first round. Make 3 chain stitches as the turning chain, which counts as 1 double crochet, then work 15 double crochets into the starting loop. After completing, check the stitch count. Including the turning chain, there should be 16 stitches total. Then tighten the ring. Next, locate the turning chain, and make 1 slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch. The next round will be a color change. Chain 1. Fasten off the yarn. The first round is now completed. We'll also consider the right side of the first round's double crochets as the right side of the entire piece. From now on, we'll crochet on the right side only. Now crochet round 2. Take the corresponding yarn and join the yarn at the insertion point of the slip stitch from the previous round. After joining, make 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Then make 1 more chain stitch. Next, work into the left stitch, and make 1 DC3 together in 1. Make 3 incomplete double crochets into the same stitch. Start with the first stitch, yarn over and insert the hook. Pay attention, the left stitch might pucker. Pick up these 2 threads. You can hide the yarn tail as you crochet. Then yarn over and draw the yarn through. Next, yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The first stitch is done. Then make 2 more incomplete double crochets in the same stitch. Finally, yarn over and draw through in once. The DC3 together in 1 is completed. Next, make 1 chain space. Work 1 double crochet in the left stitch. Then make 1 chain space. In the adjacent stitch, work 1 DC3 together in 1. After that, make 1 chain space. This round continues downward. On the stitches from the previous round, alternately work 1 double crochet and 1 DC3 together in 1. Make 1 chain space between each. Repeat this process. Continue crocheting downward. Slip stitch into the beginning chain to finish. The next round requires a color change. Chain 1, then cut the yarn. The second round is complete. Now move on to the third round. Attach the new yarn to the first DC3, together in one on the left side of the yarn tail. Make one chain stitch as the turning chain for the single crochet. This does not count as one stitch. Then work one single crochet in the joining position. Skip the chain space on the left. Work 5 double crochets into the double crochet stitch on the left. After completing, work one single crochet into the DC3 together in one on the left. Work one single crochet. This round continues downward. Work 5 double crochets into each double crochet from the previous round, and work one single crochet into each DC3 together in one. Following this method, complete this round. At the end, work 5 double crochets at the slip stitch position from the previous round. Finally, slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch of this round. Fasten off the yarn. The third round is completed. Now work on the fourth round. On the left side of the yarn tail, join the yarn into the middle stitch of the 5 DC group. Make one beginning chain to start. Work one single crochet in the same position. Then work 4 double crochets into the left single crochet stitch. Next, into the middle stitch of the next 5 DC group. First work 2 double crochets. Three chain stitches. Then work 2 double crochets. We'll consider the stitches worked in the same stitch position as one corner. Next, work 4 double crochets into the left single crochet stitch. Into the middle stitch of the next 5DC group work 1 single crochet. Then work 4 double crochets into the left single crochet stitch again. After completing that, work 1 corner. Into the middle double crochet stitch on the left side, first work 2 double crochets. Three chain stitches. Then work 2 double crochets. Another corner is completed. For this round, we'll work down by working 4 double crochets into each single crochet stitch from the previous round, and into the middle stitch of each 5DC group from the previous round. Alternate between 1 single crochet and 1 corner. Continue following this method. Refer to the chart to finish crocheting. Finally, join with a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Cut the yarn. Round 4 is now complete. Now move on to round 5. Join the yarn into any corner's chain space. Make 3 beginning chains as the turning chain. Work 1 more double crochet into the same position. Then work a double crochet into each left stitch in sequence. When completed, you'll reach the next corner position. Work another corner into the corner's chain space. For this round, moving forward, you'll work a corner into the chain space of the previous round's corner, then work 1 double crochet into each stitch of the previous round. Correspondingly, repeat this process, and continue crocheting downward. Pay attention to work 2 chains at the end. Then pick up the third chain from the beginning chain, and work 1 single crochet there. This completes round 5. For the next round, no color change is needed, so don't fasten off the yarn first. Continue directly to round 6. Make 1 chain as the beginning chain. Then insert the hook into the entire single crochet underneath and work 1 single crochet. Next, work single crochets correspondingly into each stitch. When reaching the corner position of the previous round, pick up the chain space and work 2 single crochets, with 2 chain stitches as a transition in between. We will consider the stitches worked into the same chain space as the corner of this round. Continue downward following this same method. Work the corner into the chain space. Work single crochets correspondingly into each stitch. Complete this round. Finish with a slip stitch into the first single crochet. Cut the yarn. This completes the 6th round. Next, work the 7th round. Attach yarn into the last chain space of the previous round. Make 3 chains as the beginning chain. Then work 1 chain space. Next, skip the single crochet on the left side. Work a DC3 bobble stitch into the next stitch. Then work 1 chain space. Skip 1 single crochet. Work 1 double crochet into the left stitch. Then work 1 chain stitch. Continue skipping 1 stitch each time. Alternate between working a DC3 bobble stitch and 1 double crochet. Work 1 chain space between each. Keep working this way until reaching the corner on the left side. The swatch has now reached the corresponding position. Skip the single crochet on the left side. Work 1 double crochet first into the chain hole on the left side. 1 chain stitch. Then work a DC3 bobble stitch. One chain stitch. Finally work 1 double crochet. We consider the stitches worked into the same chain hole as the corner for this round. Skip 1 single crochet stitch on the left side. Continue crocheting using the same method after the beginning chain. Pay attention to the corner position, and refer to the chart. Everyone finish this round. After completing the DC3 bobble stitch of the last corner, work 1 chain stitch, then slip stitch into the beginning chain. Once completed, you can measure the width of motif 2. It should be the same as motif 1. If there's a significant difference, adjust your tension and recrochet. To avoid affecting the finished product size, once the size fits properly, cut the yarn. This completes round 7. Now let's look at round 8. The crocheting method for this round is similar to round 3. Alternate between working single crochets and 5 double crochets into the corresponding stitch positions from the previous round. Pay attention to the corner position. Simply work 1 single crochet into the matched stitch. Everyone refer to the chart and finish this round. Cut the yarn once completed. That concludes the explanation for round 8. Moving on to round 9. The method is similar to round 4, except the number of double crochets worked into the stitches is different. The number of double crochets at the corner positions also differs. Everyone please follow the chart carefully and avoid mistakes. That's all for round 9. We'll consider rounds 5 through 9 as one repeating sequence. For the remaining rounds, simply repeat the method for these rounds, and crochet the corresponding number of rounds. You'll need to change colors during the process. Everyone follow the chart and finish the last round. The swatch has fewer rounds. The number of rounds is not for reference. After completing the last round, compare it with the dimensions shown in the chart. The width of each side here should be roughly the same as the width of 2 Motif 1 pieces. Once the dimensions match properly, fasten off. This completes 1 Motif 2. Finish the remaining Motif 2 pieces using the same method. Next, let's learn Motif 3. We will start using the foundation chain method. Crochet back and forth along the starting chain. Finally, crochet the edging around the outer edge. We'll use a new stitch technique, the treble crochet. Double crochet 6 stitches together. Half double crochet. Now, let's demonstrate. Take the corresponding yarn. First, start with a chain stitch. Make a knot. Then begin crocheting chain stitches. Pay attention not to crochet the chains too tight. After finishing, check the stitch count. 1 chain represents 1 stitch. The loop on your hook is not counted as a stitch. This completes the cast on. Next, let's crochet the first row. Read the pattern chart from right to left. First, chain 3 as the beginning chain. These 3 chains count as 1 double crochet stitch. Match up with the corresponding chain below. Then crochet 3 chain stitches as a space. After completing, on the left side of the hook, count left to the 11th chain stitch. Pick up the top loop of that chain and crochet 1 single crochet. After completing, continue matching the left side chains and crochet 2 single crochets. For this row, always crochet into the top loops of the chains. After finishing, crochet 5 chain stitches as spaces. Then skip the next 5 chains below. Crochet 5 double crochets in sequence. After completing, crochet 5 chain stitches. Skip 5 chains. From this row downward, alternate crocheting the corresponding number of double crochets and single crochets. Between each double crochet and single crochet, crochet a chain space. Continue crocheting according to the chart. Crochet the last 3 single crochets, then crochet 3 chain stitches as spaces. Skip the next 3 chains below. Crochet 1 double crochet in the last stitch. This completes the first row. We will consider the front side of the double crochets in the first row as the right side of the entire piece, which is the side where the starting yarn tail is on the left-hand side. Now crochet the second row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. The turning chain corresponds to the double crochet below, then turn the work over. Crochet 4 chain spaces. Then skip the chain hole below and the first single crochet stitch on the left. In the next single crochet, work 1 single crochet. Pay attention, after turning the work, the stitches are located at the top left. Then crochet 4 chain spaces. After completing, skip the chain hole on the left. Work 2 double crochets corresponding to the left double crochet stitch. Then first crochet 1 double crochet in the left stitch. 5 chains. Work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Then work 2 double crochets corresponding to the left stitches. After completing, crochet 4 chain stitches. Then skip the chain hole on the left. In the 3 single crochets on the left, work 1 single crochet in the middle one. 4 chain stitches. Then work 2 double crochets corresponding to the left double crochet stitches. Then work in the middle double crochet stitch. Work 1 double crochet first. 5 chain stitches. Work 1 more double crochet in the same stitch. Then work 2 double crochets corresponding to the left stitches. Then crochet 4 chain stitches. This row onwards is working single crochets on the single crochets and double crochets on the double crochets. Chain the corresponding number of stitches in between. Continue crocheting following the chart. After completing the last 4 chain stitches, work 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain stitch of the beginning chain of row 1, that is, the 4th chain stitch counting from the left. Pick up the 2 strands on the edge to crochet. This completes row 2. Then proceed to row 3. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn the work. Then work 3 double crochets in the first stitch. After completing, crochet 3 chain stitches. Then work 1 single crochet in the single crochet on the left side. 3 chain stitches. Skip the chain hole below. Match up with the double crochet on the left and work 3 double crochets. After completing, crochet 3 chain stitches. In the chain space of the 5 chains on the left, work 7 double crochets. Then crochet 3 chain stitches. Match up with the double crochet stitch, and work 3 double crochets. From now on, this row will continue in the double crochets and the corresponding chain spaces. Work double crochets. Work single crochets in the single crochets. Work a chain space between the corresponding double crochet and single crochet. Continue crocheting according to the chart. Pick up the beginning chain. Work 4 double crochets in the third chain stitch from bottom to top. After completing, the third row is done. Now work the fourth row. Start with 3 chain stitches as the turning chain. Turn the work. Then crochet 5 chain spaces. Next, work 1 double crochet 6 times and 1 decrease stitch. Start from the left stitch. Pull through 3 incomplete double crochets in the corresponding stitches. Then work 3 double crochets on the left side. Pull through another 3 incomplete double crochets in the corresponding stitches. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops at once. This completes 1 bobble stitch with 6 double crochets together. The braid on the upper right is its stitch. Chain down 5 more stitches. Then work 1 bobble stitch with 3 double crochets. On the first double crochet on the left. Chain 3. Skip 1 stitch going downward. Work 1 bobble stitch. Transition with 3 chain stitches in between. Repeat 3 times. After completing, chain 5 more. Then work 1 bobble stitch with 6 double crochets. Pull through 6 incomplete double crochets corresponding to the left side double crochet stitches. Finally, yarn over and draw through all loops at once. Another bobble stitch with 6 double crochets is completed. Continue crocheting downward following the chart for this row. At the end, work 1 double crochet into the beginning chain. This completes row 4. Move on to row 5. Chain 2 as the beginning chain, which serves as the turning chain for the half double crochet, counts as 1 half double crochet stitch. Turn the work, then chain 4 spaces. And work 1 double crochet into the stitch where 6 double crochets were worked together. Pay attention not to work into the small hole on the right side. Chain 5. After completing, skip the hole made by the 5 chains on the left side. Into the hole made by 3 chains on the left side. Work 1 single crochet into each hole. Chain 2 spaces between each single crochet. After completing, chain 5 more. Then continue following this method. Refer to the chart for crocheting. After completing the last 4 chains, pick up the top of the beginning chain, and work 1 half double crochet. After finishing, the 5th round is completed. Once this row is completed, you can compare it with the dimensions in the chart. The width here should be roughly the same as the width of motif 2. If the dimensions differ significantly, you need to adjust your tension and recrochet. for the remaining rows going forward. Just continue working back and forth referring to the chart. Everyone follow the chart until there's one row remaining to finish. The swatch has reached the corresponding position. Now work the final row. Make 4 chain stitches as the turning chain for treble crochet. This counts as 1 treble crochet. Turn the work. Then work 2 chain spaces. And work 2 treble crochets into the chain space on the left side. Start with the first stitch. Yarn over the hook twice. Insert the hook in. Yarn over and draw through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over in order. Pass through the first 2 loops. Repeat 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The first treble crochet is complete. Work 1 more treble crochet in the same position. Yarn over the hook twice. Insert. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops in order. Repeat 3 times. The second stitch is complete. Move on to the left side, and work 1 treble crochet into the double crochet. After completing, work 2 more treble crochets into the left chain space. Then work 3 chain spaces. Then pick the single crochet stitch and chain space following the chart. Work the corresponding number of treble crochets. After completing, work 3 chain stitches. The next part of this row is picking up stitches, or chain spaces. Work treble crochets. Work chain spaces in between. Follow the chart and work all the way to the end using this method. After completing the last treble crochet at the end, the final row is complete. Next, we'll crochet the edging. On the right side of the fabric, chain 1 to begin. Turn the fabric. Then pick up the entire left side of the treble crochet, and work 3 single crochets. Next, pick up the left side of the beginning stitch, and work 2 single crochets. Then pick up the edge stitch of the next row and work 2 single crochets. Along this short side, pick up the edge stitches of each row, and work the corresponding number of single crochets. Follow this method, work all the way back to the starting point. After completing, check if the fabric lies flat. If it's not quite flat, you can adjust the number of single crochets. Just make sure that after finishing, the edge looks neat and flat when the swatch reaches the corresponding position. Pick up the remaining 2 strands of the starting chain on the left side. Work 1 single crochet, that is, work it at the insertion point of this double crochet. Then work 1 chain stitch. Work another single crochet at the same insertion position. We'll treat these 2 single crochets and the 1 chain stitch between them as one corner. Next, pick up the chain space on the left side and work 2 single crochets. After completing, work 1 single crochet at the insertion point of the left single crochet stitch. Then continue to correspond with the insertion positions of the 2 single crochet stitches on the left. Work 1 single crochet in each position. Moving down this long edge. We'll work the corresponding number of single crochets into the chain space of the foundation chain and the insertion points of the stitches. Work the corresponding number of single crochets. You can check the flatness of the fabric as you crochet. Adjust the number of single crochets as needed. Everyone refer to the chart and crochet to the left side of the starting chain. When you reach the corresponding position, work 1 corner, which means working 2 single crochets in the same position, with 1 chain stitch as a transition between. If you have trouble finding the position, you can also directly pick up the chain space and crochet into it. This way you've completed another corner. Moving down, continue following the method used for the first short side. Pick up stitches along the edge and work the corresponding number of single crochets. After completing that, work 1 corner. Move down to the stitch position of the last row. Work single crochets into the corresponding stitches or chain spaces. Everyone just follow the chart for crocheting. Once the last corner is completed, slip stitch into the first single crochet of the round. Fasten off, leaving a 5 cm yarn tail. Weave in the ends. And this completes the edging. One motif 3 is also completed. The remaining motifs 3 can all be completed using this same method. That concludes the explanation for motif 3.